20 years, Ricky. Hard to believe. It's gone so fast. What are your recollections of the start of Butler Doors, how you got involved, and what were you looking for when we started?
Well, my recollection is I wasn't looking for anything. We were at a volleyball game, and my wife, I guess, had walked away for a while, and then she came back and sat down next to me, and she said, "Oh my gosh, Ricky, I just learned that Bill Butler has been fired from his job." And the first thing I remember about that conversation was, who would fire Bill Butler? He's such a nice guy. So it just bothered me, you know, and when I got home, I thought about it, and I think it was either that night or the next day I just called you and asked you what had happened. And you explained to me, you know, what had happened with your employer and how they got what they wanted, and they canceled you. I think it was you were canceled in the second year of a 3-year contract.
Right, that's right, yeah.
So I remember at the time you were pretty upset, which I don't blame you. I would have been very upset myself. And so your thought was, you know, you were going to file some kind of lawsuit because they did, you know, incorrectly cancel your contract. Well, I mean, you had grounds. There's no doubt about it, you had grounds. But after we got to talking, I realized that what they had done, I mean, if I remember right, this was an out-of-state organization.
Wisconsin organization.
Yeah, so they had no presence in Texas. I mean, you were their presence in Texas. And a lot of times what happens is people who don't sell, they don't appreciate the power of a personality within an organization, that's the actual face of the company. And so it occurred to me that it was a tremendous opportunity for you and perhaps an opportunity for me. So, you know, as we got to talking, you know, we discussed the possibility of you going into business. And of course, the only problem you had is that you needed some funding. And the problem that I had was I didn't know anything about your business. But the more we talked about your business, the more I realized that it was a wonderful opportunity because it was a small business and it was a niche business. And niche businesses, you know, they have a unique feature to them. They usually have low overhead, and they have a special need in the marketplace. And as you explained it to me, I got excited about that opportunity, and so that's the way I remember us starting this.
Well, I mean, you're right. It was kind of dark days, right? Because
Yeah.
you don't envision that, but you were there to the rescue, and I think, you know, I tell people now, I think the fact that we had put together a good team, you know, we all came with myself,
Right.
The sales and industry experience. You were the kind of the money engine, and Terry was the production engine. So we all brought our own talents and abilities to it, and that's what made it work, I think, from the start.
Right.
And I think I tell people, I think the ego part, and this is where with you were involved, especially early on, before we got involved with all the stuff setting up the business that I had no knowledge of. You were unbelievable, but also once we got into the business, you know, that you sat back and pushed away. You know, they didn't try to micromanage the thing.
Right, yeah.
So, you know, I always thought that was incredible.
I'm glad you had that on tape because I'm always accused of micromanaging, but I don't think people know what the word means.
Well, but the fact that, you know, you had invested all this money, and you did not have a knowledge of the business, but you kind of just let us run. We had kind of a guideline. You looked at us month to month, so it wasn't like we were just off running.
Right.
And
well, you're right. I mean, I think that the key part of that was that you had the contacts and this personality and the sales skill. I remember one time writing you a letter saying,
I still have that letter.
saying, Bill, just get out of the office and go out and see these people and you'll make so much more money.
You wanted me to be the Karl Malone. We were down 3-1. The Bulls were playing the Jazz then, and you just said, you got to be Karl Malone. Go out and sell. And it kind of happened soon after, fortunately.
Yeah, and I think that's really it. I think it's just that personality that you have, that when you're out talking with people, you know, people like to do business with people they like. And you had a quality product. You had Terry in the shop, who was just a master craftsman. You know, I remember the things that I brought to the table were, you know, understanding financial statements, but that just took some training on your part. And once you got the hang of it, you know, we took that over. And the other two things that I remember where I came in somewhat useful to you was, one, you wanted to hire somebody to help move stuff around, and I wanted to automate. And you were saying, oh my gosh, Ricky, do you realize how much it's going to cost to put that piece of equipment up? It was like $9,000 or $10,000. And I was saying, well, how much do you think it's going to cost you for a person?
That's the greatest investment ever. Been pretty much worry-free for 20 years, that vacuum lifter.
Right, yeah. So there you go. I mean, I don't know what you originally spent for that, but yeah, that's
that's
a lot less than a person.
Never get sick either.
Right, exactly. No benefits.
Shows
right?
up every day. Yeah.
And I think then the other thing was that you wanted to get into the delivery business, where you might want to get a truck and a helper and somebody like that. And you know, we looked at that, and I remember that being something that we decided not to do it. And I have to tell you, I have so many clients now that are in that same situation, and I continually talk them out of, you know, buying a truck to haul their goods unless they really, really, really can show.
Well, we've evolved into that now.
Yeah, but how long did it take?
It was 15 years afterwards. So
yeah.
now, but I mean, so starting up,
yeah.
you know, keeping the overhead, I think that was the key.
It's the key to any small business. Absolutely the key. The overhead and the personnel is always the key.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, so looking back, would you have done it again? Obviously. I mean,
oh my gosh, the only thing that I wouldn't have sold it so quick.
Well, I know it was.
But a promise was a promise.
But
that's right.
I mean, I think looking back, I think if we all would have said 20 years ago, here we are now, I think we'd all be very pleased.
Absolutely, I'm thrilled to death. I'm so happy. It's an interesting thing to help to start a business and then sell it, but see it continue on. There's a legacy sort of a feeling that you've started something and that you were a part of it, and you've always been so gracious to keep me involved in it. So I've always enjoyed it. It's always been a pleasure.
Well, we'll always be appreciative. So thanks for coming today.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
You bet.